Hi there, language learners. Welcome to today's exciting English lesson. Do you ever feel like words have hidden meanings? Like they're saying more than they appear? Imagine this. You get a letter from a friend who says, "I've been running around like a chicken with its head cut off this week." What could that possibly mean? Are they really a chicken? Or is something else going on here? Word can sometimes surprise us. They may say one thing but mean something totally different. That's the magic of literal and figurative language. Sometimes what's being said isn't exactly what we hear. Stick around because today we're going to explore how words can do more than just tell us facts. They can paint pictures and even make us feel things. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to discriminate between literal and figurative language, understand the purpose and use of literal and figurative language, and apply literal and figurative language in writing. Let's get started. But before we proceed, let's take a moment to watch this video about figurative and literal language.
Today, we are talking about figurative versus literal language. So, what is figurative language? Literal meaning. Here are some examples of figurative language. First is raining sentence. Really hard. Another example is 1,000 degrees outside. Scorched planet. It's just really hard. Include similes, metaphors, hyperboles, personification, alliteration, and onomatopoeia. Don't worry about it right now. So what is literal language? Well, literal language means exactly what it says.
So words can have two types of meanings, literal and figurative. Literal language means exactly what it says. It's straightforward, factual, and clear. Figurative language is imaginative and goes beyond the literal meaning or express emotions, make comparisons, or paint vivid pictures. For example, it is raining heavily. This one is an example of literal language. Another example, it is raining cats and dogs. This one is an example of figurative language. See the difference? Literal is precise while figurative creates a picture of feeling in your mind. Let's take a look at this example here. Let's try to analyze these examples. My bag is heavy. This one is literal because it states a fact. My bag weighs a ton. This one is an example of figurative because it exaggerates the weight for emphasis. This is an example of hyperbole. Another one is the sun is shining. This one is literal because it is just a plain fact. The sun smiled at us, on the other hand, is figurative because it gives the sun human-like qualities, which is an example of personification. The wind is blowing. This is an example of literal language. The wind whispered through the trees. This is also an example of a personification, which is a figurative language. Mr. Macarndon will provide some items or sentences that showcases the literal and figurative languages. Please try to guess the answers.
So now, let's try to guess the answer of this sentence. Before the soccer match, both teams attended a sportsmanship program. Is it a literal or figurative? Correct, it's literal language. So next sentence. My teammate is a snail and a turtle combined. What do you think is the answer? That's right, it's figurative language. For the next sentence, Jacob expresses many feelings through his photography. What do you think is the answer to this? Right, it's literal language. For next sentence, Emma may seem clumsy, but on stage she dances like a gazelle. Is it literal or figurative? Correct, it's figurative language. Next, thinking about summer camp makes me feel like a bundle of joy and sunshine. What do you think is the answer? It's figurative language. Alright, keep it up. Eric thinks doing schoolwork is one big video game. Is it literal or figurative? Right, it's figurative language. For the next item, I can't find my keys and I keep forgetting appointments. What do you think it is? It's literal language. Next, Lauren has decided to volunteer every Tuesday after school. It's literal language. Correct. As I delivered my speech, my voice sounded as if I'd swallowed rocks and sand. What do you think it is? It's figurative language. Alright, next. I have a ton of paperwork to do before I can enjoy the sun this summer. Right, it's figurative language. Right, we have 3 items left. Sometimes I have to be my little brother's brain. What do you think is the answer? It's figurative language. For the last 2, a form of language in which writers and speakers mean exactly what their words say. It's literal language. And for the last item, language that is not intended to be interpreted in a literal sense. That's right, it's figurative language.
Now it's your time to be creative. Here's what you will do. You will create your own examples. Like number 1, write one literal sentence about your day. Number 2, rewrite it as a figurative sentence using simile, metaphor, or personification. For example, the morning, coffee is hot. That is an example of literal language. Another example for figurative language is the morning, coffee is a hug in a mug. You can write it in your notebook as you please. Now, let's see what you've got. I'll show you a few sentences and you'll decide if they are literal or figurative. You have 5 seconds to decide each one. Ready? Number 1. The cat is sleeping on the couch. The answer is literal because it's just telling us where the cat is. Next example, the wind howled through the night. The answer is figurative Because this is a personification, it makes the sound it is making this wind sound like it's actually howling. Another example is another item sentence. I am wearing a blue shirt today. The answer is literal. It is literal because it is a simple fact. Number 4. She danced gracefully like a swan. It is figurative. Why? Because it compares her dance to a swan's of movement, to the swan's movement, which is an example of a simile. Number 5. I have a ton of homework to do. This is an example of figurative language. Figurative language. Why? Because it exaggerates the amount of homework, which is an example of hyperbole. Let's continue by discussing the use of literal or figurative language. Literal language is great when you need to be clear and precise, like when you're writing a science report or giving directions. Figurative language is perfect for when you want to express emotions, tell a story, or make things more interesting, especially in poems, speeches, or stories. Let's take a look at these examples in context. The temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. This is an example of literal language. It is a clear, factual statement in a weather report. For example of figurative language is the sun kissed the horizon. It is a poetic way to describe the sunset. So when you're writing, think about what you're trying to do. Do you need to be clear or do you want to be creative? Let's take a quick recap of what we learned today. Literal language is straightforward and clear. It means exactly what it says. Figurative language is creative, imaginative. It goes beyond the literal meaning to express emotions, comparisons, and pictures. Use literal language when clarity is key, and figurative language when you want to be more expressive. You are now equipped to discriminate between literal and figurative meanings and use them effectively in your writing. You did an amazing job today. Keep practicing and soon you'll master the art of using literal and figurative language. Thank you.